guys, Keto for Real Life People here, and I am so happy to be live and sharing a recipe with y'all today. Oh my gosh, doesn't it seem like it's been forever? For real? I'm gonna go on real quick, that way I can pull up, oh, this phone compared to my other one. How does it work? I don't know. Anywho, I'm gonna pull this up real quick so that I can see what everybody's doing in real time. Here we go. There's Miss Sharon Swofford, and I just need to turn this volume down so I cannot hear myself. That would be great. And Pat, there we go. I see people popping in. Are you excited about fall? Is everybody getting fall-like weather? We had like 4 days of beautiful temperatures. They were very fall-like. I mean, it was like soups, and I started, Elizabeth has been after me for like a month. Mom, it's pumpkin season. Mom, I need pumpkin pie. Mom. She was after me long before the cruise. And so when I got back this week, one of the things that I did was go ahead and try my hand at a pumpkin pie. Now last year I made like a triple layer pumpkin pie bar, and that was great. But last year I was just starting to learn about this miracle flour. I actually ordered some last year, and it sat up in my cabinet because I just didn't know what to do with it. So it wasn't until earlier this year that I finally dove into this, and I'm loving lupin flour, you guys. This pie crust is delicious. Elizabeth gave me 2 thumbs up on it. The only caveat is you must let it chill completely, because it does have a cheese base. What? Yeah, it does. But once it cools down and chills completely, you can slice it and hold it up, and it holds up. There's none left from the other day. So, that being said, let's talk ingredients, y'all. So, for pie crust, let's just talk pie crust for a minute, all right? Pie crust is gonna be your basic miracle dough. Yeah, I know, right? 4 ingredient miracle dough, tweaked just a teeny bit. And the reason I'm tweaking it is because I'm adding just a little bit of baking powder just to give a little bit of lift to the crust. And just because I want to, I'm adding a little spice to my crust, but it's not necessary. The first pie that I made, I did not add any of the spiciness to it, the extra pumpkin spice, and it was delicious. But this time I wanted to just do it, you know, because. So basically what you need is 1 recipe of your miracle dough, and I was gonna just have it made, but I thought, no, what the heck. I've got 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. The other night I used 1 cup of mozzarella and 1 cup of shredded, so 2 cups of shredded cheese. To it you add 2 tablespoons of your cream cheese, a tablespoon of whole psyllium husks, not the powder, but if you're using powder, just use it. It's just what I have, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and add a teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm adding a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and I'm just gonna give this all kind of a toss. I like to, oh, let's not forget the most important part. Hello, cheese, you guys. You would not believe what I did earlier. You really wouldn't. We're gonna add a 1/2 cup of lupin flour, and I buy Miracle Flour at Wholesome Provisions. I love their product. I've already seen questions today asking about Miracle Flour. Can you get it at Walmart? Well, some Walmarts are selling a version of lupin flour that is blended with rice flour and other flours that are not keto, so make sure you check your ingredients and make sure that whatever lupin flour you do buy says 100% lupin flour. This is 100% lupin flour. It's non-GMO, it's organic, it's gluten-free, it's pure. I love the quality of this product, this company's product. Again, I'm just gonna toss for a second here. This is actually easier, y'all, than making a traditional pie crust. You know, I've been baking for a lot of years, and every Thanksgiving rolls around, and I used to make at least a dozen pies. We had this tradition where everybody put in a pie request, and I would make everybody their own pie. And you know, it was pretty darn tricky getting a good pie crust from scratch every single time. So as the years passed, I started buying just the pre-made, roll them out and get them in there, get them done. For convenience and time and saving on ingredients when you get a heavy pie crust. So with this pie crust, it's like, oh, so easy. So I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then we'll come back and talk about the pie filling. Start. And of course I have to rinse my hands off because I get my fingers and everything else. And I get this dough all over me. There we go. I almost lost my ring then. I just almost lost my ring. Let's see. Lori, Nancy, Deanna, woohoo! Wow, I see a bunch. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you share this? Just take a minute while you're watching the video to tap share. Share it to a group, share it to your personal page, share it, tag your friends, tag your relatives. Help me get this video's ratings up a little bit if you would. I could really appreciate that. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna roll out the crust. As soon as that's done, I'm gonna show you how easy that's all about. Let's talk pie ingredients. It's really simple. I've got a can of organic pumpkin puree, 100% pumpkin. You use whatever brand you like. I've got 6 ounces of unsweetened almond milk and 6 ounces of heavy cream for a total of 12 ounces. I've got 2 eggs, a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. You guys, I like using this. It's already blended. I don't have to spend money on cloves and spend money on nutmeg and spend money on cinnamon. I mean, I do have some of them, but I don't always have all of them. So this is just one of my tricks. And I've got 3/4 of a cup of allulose. Let me get this together here. Oops, and I'm hitting y'all with it, right? So once your dough comes out, you just give it a nice turn. You'll see it looks all kind of powdery and crumbly, but just don't worry about it. Give it a good stir and kind of incorporate it, and then it'll start looking like a little stretchy ball. And all you have to do is plop it out. That's all there is to it. It's a little stringy, don't worry. And then what we do is clear a spot so that we can roll our dough. Let me move this here. And I like to give it a little knead. And it does puff up a little bit right away just because of the baking powder that's in there. But you just, that's all it is. That's all you have to do. And then just make a flat round disc and get it going. I like to use a heavy rolling pin. I mean, you put the pressure in or use a heavy one. But you want to start about midway and go out. Midway, come back. You want to try to keep it as round as possible. I always go wonky. And then back, and there we go wonky. And out. And you just want to work yourself into a circle, guys. And it spreads so easy. I mean, so easy. Really allow yourself some room here because I like to get out there with it. Get the cinnamon out of the way. There we go. So you can get to the edges. I'm knocking everything around. I don't normally have all of my ingredients around me like this, so I have plenty of workspace. And you just want to make it just so that it's kind of uniform. You can feel around the edges and you can tell if it feels just a titch thick. I would say it's probably somewhere in the 1/8 of an inch thick. Now, I did do this. I forgot to do it on the first pie that I made, but I did do it, or the pie I made earlier today. But I did do it the other night. Just to be on the safe side, guys, I go ahead and give this just a little spray. That way you know your cheesy crust is not going to stick. And then what you want to do is fold it in half. It's very easy to work with, y'all. Lay it across your pan halfway, open it up, and then just adjust it however you need it. And just push it down. And because I have a wonky shape, I've got some extra, but it still comes up to the sides all the way around. This is a deep dish pie recipe, okay? So all you're gonna do, again, is just make sure it's down on the sides all the way. Hold it up, get a straight blade knife, and then cut your edges off. You can, and don't throw away your pie crust. The other night when I made this for the first time, I actually fried it all up and made some little cracker munchies, and it was great with our salad. So now I'm gonna just stretch this a little bit, you guys. You can use whatever you want to. If you want to make a rim on it, you can. I just kind of prefer to let it just sit. You'll see what I mean. Just because you're working with cheese. Well, shiz. Oh, and I got to tell y'all something too. This is a little thick right here. I'm going to cut just because it overlapped a little. But you just bring it down. You could do the whole pinch method if you like, to get some shape going on here. If you like. Of course, I'm kind of going quickly, y'all. It's one of those things. I do it for time's sake. But shape your crust. You could use a spoon if you like, and just make little half cuts, like little half moon indentations if you like. Let's turn this under. And you do need to work just a titch quickly, only because it is cheesy and it cools down. Once it cools down, it's not as pliable as it was before. So, and see, I've got it going on here. There we go. I need to fold that under. Here we go. Pinch. It's forgiving. It's forgiving. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, y'all know me. If it doesn't have some sort of like disaster, then it must not be my recipe, right? All right, so you get the idea. Yes? You get the idea? And now you can just take your pie crust and set it to the side. If you were making a cream pie, now is the time to dock it a little bit. And if you wanted, you could put some heavy beans or some beans or anything heavy down in here. You could bake this in the oven, 425 or 350, just, you know, whatever, until you get it done. So you could, this is just how easy it is. Last year it was ground nuts, and last year it was almonds and pecans, and it was good. It really was good, but this is so darn easy and good. Easy and good. I love that. Love, love, love. I love it. So I'm going to set this to the side. And I'm going to start on the pie. I'm going to see what y'all are saying. I got low battery over her. La 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 la. Watching. Does the rolling pin have to be marble? No, honey, it doesn't. I've got a wooden one as well. This just happened to be one of those gifts I got one Mother's Day from one of my daughters, and it's a blessing. But you can use whatever rolling pin you like. Do you think that xanthan Goode would work instead of psyllium? You know, you can try it, guys. There's certain recipes on my recipes. I haven't tried alternate ingredients because this works for me. But get creative in your kitchen. If you want to try that, I will tell you that there's a difference between the two. Obviously, you know, whole psyllium husk is very high fiber, and it offers a grainy texture that you wouldn't normally get from like xanthan gum, which is just basically a thickener. So you can try it. If it works, let us know. Let's see. Yay, Lillian made it. Yay, shared. Thank you. Hi, Stephanie. All right, let's move on, guys. So what I've got here is 2 eggs. You just want to put them in your bowl and give them a little beating, because they need just a little beating. Just break them up a little bit. They don't have to be whipped or anything like that. And then I've got, like I said, this is just from Walmart. It's organic, 100% pumpkin. You do whatever brand you prefer. This is just what I have. And it is a 15-ounce can. And you're just going to add that to your egg mixture. Get it all in there. then to this, we're going to give a little stir. Just to start incorporating the egg and the pumpkin. Now, last year I did my a little pumpkin thing with sweetened condensed milk, and I do have a recipe, y'all, for sweetened condensed milk made with allulose on my website. So if you have that old traditional recipe, which I used to use with sweetened condensed milk, you could easily do that. Now I have 3/4 of a cup of allulose. Allulose is a rare sugar that's low on the glycemic index. It zeroes out in your net carbs. You can deduct it if you see it as an ingredient in your products. If you're going to use an alternative sweetener like monk fruit or erythritol or something like that, don't start out with 3/4 of a cup. Start out with like 1/3, and then work your way up into taste, because erythritol and monk fruit and xylitol and stevia are very sweet. I mean, they're like hundreds of times sweeter than regular sugar, whereas allulose is only 70% as sweet as sugar. So it's not even as sweet as regular table sugar. And that's one of the reasons I love it too. To me, it doesn't have that overly sweet taste. So I've got 3/4 of a cup of that. I've got a whole tablespoon of my pumpkin pie spice that goes in there. And I've got my liquid. And that's all there is to it. And then you just kind of want to get it all mixed together. Let them have a party. Oh my God, the pumpkin smell is delicious. Actually, my whole house smells like pumpkin, because I've already made a pie so that I can show you all. Now, and I gotta tell you what I did to the pumpkin pie too. You guys are gonna love it. Let's see here, where are we at? Could you make this crustless? Yes, you can. You can absolutely skip the crust 100% and just make it a baked custard, no problem. You might even try a little bit of a water bath. That would protect it from getting too hard and cooked on the bottom. You could take this, put it in a casserole dish, take the casserole dish, put it in a deep pan, and then pour about 1/2 inch of water around it, and then let it bake. That's called a water bath. And here we go. I love tasting it raw. Eggs don't scare me. Oh, it's so yummy, y'all. It's so, 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 so tasty. So I'm gonna move this and this. Now, one good thing to do is get a baking sheet to put your pie crust on, because you don't want it spilling over or leaking, or it makes it a much more stable and easy thing to do if you do it this way. I got that sure wonky on that side, but we're just gonna fill her up. Just get that goodness in there. Now then, I will say this, okay? So my crust gets a little brown on top. I mean, it looks almost black, but it doesn't taste burnt. I didn't think to put foil around it last time, so I think I will. I think I will. And there, you can see this is a deep dish, so there's still plenty of room above. Now, I'm going to go ahead and order some pie rings off of Amazon. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this foil and I'm going to, like accordion, fold it back and forth. Just a little bit wide. But I am going to order some just for convenience sake, because this is a pain in the bahootie. But it's effective. It's effective. And there you go. And you just want to kind of wrap this around your pie plate. And I'll probably have to do a little bit, but just enough so that you can grab the pie plate and then bend it over and kind of protect your outer crust. See, it's wonky. It is what it is. But it'll keep your top. And then the last 10-15 minutes, you can pull this off. And it'll keep your crust from getting brown, overly brown. I'm notorious about getting dark crust because, hey, I just don't think about it until after the fact. But I'm just leaving it wide enough. Seriously. Seriously. There we go. There we go. It's got a little bit of a a little bit of a shield over it now. Your oven is preheated to 425 degrees. You pop this in the oven at 425 for 15 minutes. Then you turn the oven down to 350 degrees between 40 and 50 minutes. I set mine at 45. It was just right in my oven. So you just keep an eye on it. And you'll know it's done when you can stick a knife in it. Oh, not quite in the center, but just a little off midway. When you stick a knife down in the center and it comes up clean, you're good. Yes, you put a knife cut in your pie, but at least you know it's cooked all the way and you're not overcooking it or undercooking it. So into the oven it goes. I've got it preheated at 425. I'm going to go down here to my presets and I'm going to hit 15 minutes. And there we go. So in 15 minutes, I'm cutting that down to 350 and then I'm going to let it bake. So now I've got 2 bowls of scraps. I just let this one sit here earlier, and that's fine. Even if this dries out, you can still fry it. It's so yummy. I love frying it in coconut oil. The other night I did it and we were having salad and it just crumbled them up over the top like croutons. It was so yummy. Here, let me wipe this off. And I don't know how it's going to be, because I will tell you this about the pie. You really need to let the pie chill. And you know how I know this, right? Because I made this pie the other night. I think it was Monday or Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I believe it was. I made a pumpkin pie, and we let it cool for about an hour, but Elizabeth was like, can we have it, can we have it, can we have it, you know? See, it looks like it smells good, is it ready? And we cut into it while it was still warm. And the flavor was there, but it was as if the bottom of the crust was gone, like you just couldn't tell. And so they got their pumpkin pie, hot pumpkin pie fix. And then the next morning, oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was just wonderful. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Would anybody like to have some pie with me? Let's see here. Hi, sweet girl. There's my daughter Melissa, everybody. Oh, I see all those hearts and loves and hugs. I hope your hubby is feeling better. Back pain from pinched nerves is no joke. Prayers going out to him. Thank you so much, Patricia. No, that situation has not gotten any better. As a matter of fact, he's down in the dumps and not feeling good. So he just stays pretty much in bed. So I have it cool, but it's not absolutely chilled. And just before I put this bad boy in the refrigerator, guess what happened? I had my glasses on top of my head and I dropped it. They fell off my head and into my pie. So my glasses have tasted my pie. Hey, Elizabeth. So here we go. Yes, I want pie. You're making me salivate. Oh, wait. I told y'all. Let me just get that out of there. There we go. So I also have this beauty here. Let's get this. What did I do with that knife? There it is. Let me get a fork. Let me get my pie slicer. And like I said, I don't really know how well this is going to go because it has not been refrigerated, but maybe a couple of hours. And I'm going to go with this thin slice. And you're going to have to cut through here because I forgot to spray this down too. But your crust on the outer edges is going to be a little more. Oh my gosh, y'all see this? Yeah, I forgot to spray it 100%. Thank God I didn't the other one. It's crunchy. It's so tasty though. I'm going to try to get this reverse. Haha. There's more than one way to do this, guys. Do not forget. There we go. I got it broke loose. Do not forget to grease your pan. Do not forget. Oh, Oh, look. What do we have here? And I just happened to get this thing here. I bought this before I even went on the cruise. And we have been using it non-stop, y'all. This is a whipped cream dispenser. It's professional. I paid $36 for it on Amazon. Love, love, love it. 2 cups of cream. And then if you want to add sweetener, I don't add sweetener at all. But I do add like a, right now I've got, I'm not sure which one it was. This is the maple bourbon sugar-free coffee syrup. I put just a couple of pumps of that in there. So it's a maple bourbon, I think, or else it's a caramel. I'm not sure which one I did. Anyways, you buy this, you buy the cartridges, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. So let's just, is that not lovely? Is that not lovely? I want to see hearts, you guys. I want to see hearts. Let's see. Yummy. Beautiful pie. Yum, yum, yum. Bet they still eat it. Oh, yeah, they ate it. Let me bring it around to you guys. I think I got a little piece here. I want you to see that it is standing up and you can actually see crust. See, it's there. I had a little smear of it there. Crust. Crust, crust, crust. Yes. So here it comes. This is what we call the bite shot, where you just, it is wonderful. Even at this temperature right here, it's wonderful because it's cool. But I guarantee you, the longer this sits, it just becomes like, like that, pumpkin pie that you know and love. And I'm trying to get it so that maybe you can see, look, I got to do this for you guys, that I can lift this up and you can see there's crust on the bottom, crust on the side. Try to get this right there. Yes, there you can see the crust. And I did, like I said, I did put a little pumpkin spice in it, and it's just delicious. Now all I need is a cup of coffee. Afternoon pie. Oh, and you can even take it one step further. How much do you love pumpkin spice? I mean, you could just gently put just the teeniest little garnish on top. I mean, gentle. I'm sitting here shaking because I don't want it to, come on. Oh, see, that's what would have happened. You could give just the teeniest little sprinkle of pumpkin pie spice just for a garnish. It's lovely, y'all. And you could go much heavier on the whipped cream if you so choose too. Now, I'm gonna grab my pumpkin glasses here because they do have pumpkin pie on them a little bit. Big time. I'm gonna see what everybody's saying. Let's see. How's your mother-in-law? Same. Got bumped off. Is the recipe on the website? It is getting ready to be dropped. So here's the thing. I've already got it all typed out. And all I have to do now is get this pie and get it on some plates and take some pictures of it. And the recipe itself is all typed out. And then I'll put it into my website. And then we'll add links. So if you want to, on my website, if you see ingredients and it says Allulose, tap Allulose. It'll take you directly to Amazon, guys. That helps me out. I get a small affiliate fee from Amazon. If you see Miracle Flour on there, a lupin flour, it'll be highlighted. Just tap it. Again, it'll take you to Amazon. So it helps me out if you're shopping online through Amazon. Please help me out and use some of my affiliate links because that helps my income out. I appreciate that. So I'm going to do that this evening. In the meantime, you can watch the live. I will let you know we do have some things coming your way. I've made this pie crust, obviously, and it is delicious. I am also going to use it to make chicken pot pie. Yum! It's not just about the sweets, guys. So This is really good. I'm thinking definitely not an issue. I can make a double batch of this. I can line I'm gonna pre-bake my pie crust a little bit. And then I'm gonna do another top crust, and I'm gonna go with a chicken pot pie for sure. I'm making salmon patties for dinner tonight. And I've got some of the best cocoa coming up. You know, some wonderful, delicious keto cocoa / cocoa mocha, so that we can have some cool or warm beverages for these cool days that we've got coming our way. I've got an exclusive drink recipe going into the Keto Kitchen. If you would like to become part of the Keto Kitchen, hit the little subscribe button right there on this live, or go to my page and hit become a supporter. It's $4.99 a month on Facebook, and if you find value in what I bring to you, I would love to have your support. So to those who already do, thank you guys so much. Golly, this is so good. Now I will say that my crust on the top here is a little tougher than it was the other night, and that's just 100% mozzarella cheese. But it's good. Really good. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see here. Can't wait for this one. Love pie. Love pecan pie. I know, guys, that pecan pie last year, we couldn't get enough of that. It was so good. I made it for Thanksgiving. I made it to try it. Then I made it for Thanksgiving. Then I made it because the kids came up from West Texas, so we made it. We made it for Christmas. I mean, it was just like, I could sit down and just eat it. Just disclosure here, disclaimer. Somebody asked me, what is the carb count on this? I don't know. Don't overeat it and you'll be fine. Here's the thing. I encourage you, it's two reasons really. It's a difference of ingredients, it's different of portion sizes. I might cut a pie into 8 slices, or I might cut a pie into 12 slices. You might cut it into 4. So obviously the carb count is going to be different, but it's also a learning curve. I mean, it's something that everybody should know how to do on their own. Yes, I know it'd be easier if, you know, all of those people who did recipes calculated it and did all of that, but really, it's a good learning experience. It gives you an idea of what you're working with, how many carbs are in your ingredients, and what it breaks down to. So it's a great opportunity to learn how to count carbs if you're a carb counter. So, missed the beginning. What's in the red and white bag? That is Allulose. It is a sweetener. It is my go-to. As a matter of fact, I'm so happy. I used the last of my Allulose this morning to make this pie. And this came in the mail that I ordered yesterday in time to make that pie that's in the oven. So, perfect timing. My all-time favorite is sweet potato pie. I love sweet potato pie. I love pie. I couldn't tell you what my favorite is. It would just, I love a key lime pie. It just depends on what time of year it is and what my mood is. Okay. What was the brand of that bourbon maple liquid sweetener? I some at Gorman's last night that had sucralose in it, and I was unsure if that was okay, so I avoided it. All right, so almost all of your coffee sweeteners have sucralose. That being said, this is, and guys, I've got a whole line of Da Vinci syrups that I keep over here. This is the butterscotch caramel. It is sucralose. This is the Farm Stand syrup, maple bourbon, sugar-free, fat-free. I paid $3.99 for it at TJ Maxx. I got all of these bottles at Drug Emporium, and I think they were like $3 and something a piece too. So, sucralose. If sucralose messes with you, don't. But sucralose does not mess with me. It does not raise my blood sugar. So again, this comes down to educated choice. These kind of syrups will last me a long time because I don't use a lot. And mind you, if I've got 2 cups here, this container right here has so many servings in it. This will definitely last a week's worth, and this is good in your fridge for up to like 10 days. So putting a couple of pumps of syrup divided by however many servings you get, you're really not getting that much. That's the way that's my logic. That's my real life, I'm gonna have some flavored syrups logic. Because you know me, I'm not the keto police. So, love. Okay, I just joined. What do we have here? We have pumpkin pie. Let's see, what was the liquid and how much went into the filling? The liquid was 6 ounces of almond milk and 6 ounces of heavy cream for a total of 12 ounces. Alrighty, thanks for explaining those. You're welcome. Coconut cream pie, my favorite. Oh my God, anything coconut except for coconut oil. Isn't that weird of me, y'all? Like, I adore coconut flavors. And when you blend coconut with pineapple or banana or cherry, anything tropical, you've stolen my heart. You give me some coconut oil, I'll be like, bleh. I'll eat raw coconut, drink the juice, drink the milk, but I cannot do coconut oil. Timer is done. Let's go over here and cut this down to 350 now. It's that easy, and then I hit my timer again. This time I do it custom, oops, and then there we go, and it's set. So 45 minutes from now, I will have another pie. I hope y'all appreciate the sacrifice that I have made for you by having 2 pies in my house at one time. All right, guys, I'm not going to keep you long. I've got to go get Elizabeth. Well, she's got until 4 o'clock, so she's good. Can you use almond or coconut milk? Sure you can. And you can use unsweetened vanilla flavor if you want to choose that, or coconut almond or macadamia nut milk. You just use a half nut milk and half heavy cream. It gives you the milkiness the cream does, but then you're not using a whole cup. I mean, believe it or not, a whole cup does contain quite a few carbs. So I want to keep the flavor, but I don't want to keep all of the carbs and all of the fat. Let's see. There we go. Can kids have the bourbon sweetener? Yes, there's no alcohol in it whatsoever. It's just a flavoring. There isn't any in it. So yeah, of the sweeteners, guys, I've got a banana, I've got a pineapple, an orange, a butterscotch caramel, and a bourbon maple. So I've got a good little bit of a variety there, and there's a few more that I would like to invest in. Be on the lookout for some fat bombs. I know we've got Halloween coming up, and so I've got my mind set on doing a few little new fat bombs for everybody, if that's your thing for trick-or-treating. And then we've also got a casserole that I'm digging on right now. And right now all I want, though, I'm going to be honest with you, all I care to eat right now is shrimp or lobster. When I was on the ship on that cruise, I stuck mainly to seafood. It was so delicious. It was filling yet not heavy, and it's something I don't get a lot of in East Texas. And so since I've gotten back, I've just I've made meatloaf. I did a potato soup last night with kielbasa sausage. My husband just loves that. We've had steaks and salad, and it just all seems so heavy. So yesterday I went to Walmart and I bought a little bag of that popcorn shrimp, the little shrimps that are already peeled, deveined, and cooked. And I made ceviche and with lime and lemon juice and cilantro. But the trick is, once you get it all made and it tastes so delicious, then you melt butter and pour it over it. I don't know what it is. I'm all about it right now. So, all right. All right, guys, I think that's it. Yeah, we got it. No more questions. So thank you so much for coming in today. I hope you enjoyed making pumpkin pie, and I can't wait to see pictures that you guys do. Anybody who makes a pie, do me a favor, post the picture, post it in group. Whichever group it is, and mine you're in. If you're in the Keto for Real Life People group, or you're in the Keto for Kitchen, or if you're on the Clean Eating page, share your pictures. I'd love to see them, you guys. What else? I think that's about got it. Have a wonderful day. I will be coming back and talking about belly fat. Does anybody have any issues with belly fat? Because I kind of have a problem with it. So anyway, I've been doing some, I'm working on a new topic for you guys, and hopefully this evening I will be back, and after supper, after I take care of hubby, and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about belly fat, stubborn belly fat, premenopause, perimenopause, menopause, and what to do when all of a sudden you're doing everything right and you start getting some belly fat. We're going to talk about some strategies that you might be able to use and help you along your journey. Remember guys, fats first, moderate protein, low carb, and get some